Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, Counterspy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Don-Maclaughlin, Mandel-Kramer, an episode of Counterspy, espionage drama from 73 years ago, February 24th, 1949, and the case of the Poison Peddler. And it's not what you think. We thank you for tuning in on this Sure Happy It's Thursday, 24th day of February, 55th day of the year, 310 days remaining until we get to 2023. Supreme Court established the principle of judicial review in a case on this date in 1803. The Treaty of Dancing Rabbit Creek, the first removal treaty on this date in 1831, proclaimed the Choctaws in Mississippi ceded land east of the river in exchange for payment and land in the west. William Otis received a patent for the steam shovel on this date in 1839. Happy birthday, Arizona. You were organized as a U.S. territory in 1863. And in 1868, Andrew Johnson became the first president to be impeached by the House. He would be acquitted in the Senate. The American ambassador to the United Kingdom given the Zimmermann telegram on this date in 1917, in which Germany pledged to ensure the return of New Mexico, Texas, and Arizona to Mexico if Mexico declared war on the U.S. in World War II. The Nazi Party, founded on this date in 1920.
Wir wollen jetzt einmal ganz eiskalt und nüchtern die Interessen unseres Volkes verteidigen.
Yep, the Nazi Party, founded on this date in 1920. A magnesium bomb used for the first time on this date in 1925 to break up an ice jam. How big an ice jam? How about 250,000 tons, clogging the St. Lawrence Seaway, a river near Waddington, New York. The Battle of Los Angeles took place on this date in 1942. It lasted until the following day. Now, initially, the target of the aerial barrage thought to be an attacking force from Japan. But speaking at a press conference shortly afterwards, Secretary of the Navy Frank Knox called the incident a false alarm. Newspapers at the time published a number of reports, and along with speculations of a cover-up. In 1968, Governor Nelson Rockefeller of New York announced he would run for the presidency if drafted by the Republican National Convention.
That's what you would call a draft, and that's what I don't think will happen, and that's what I told you I'd face if it came. If it came, then I'd face it.
Would you actively campaign, or what would you do?
Well, if you got something to face, you've got to make a decision.
What is your decision?
If what you say was true, I'd accept it.
They didn't, he didn't, and it all ended there. Special Commission on Congress released a report condemning the practice of a Japanese internment during World War II. It took them till 1983 to do that, which just goes to show you that nothing works well in Congress. At least, it takes them forever to do things. United Airlines Flight 811 bound for New Zealand from Honolulu ripped open during flight on this date in 1989, sucking 9 passengers out of the business class section.
You're watching the clouds and the moon and the stars, and you're waiting to see the sea. And the best thing that we could see was the lights of Honolulu in the distance.
Despite extensive air and sea searches, no remains were found at scene of the 9 victims lost in flight. A malfunctioning cargo door determined to be the cause of the disaster on this date in 1989. In 1995, Olympic diver Greg Louganis appeared on the TV program 2020 and told reporter Barbara Walters he had AIDS.
Some people don't think that AIDS has touched their lives. A lot of people saw me at the Olympics and they were cheering for me. So now all of those people can't say that they have not been affected by AIDS.
Lou Gaines, who came out as gay 1 year earlier in 1994, said he acquired the disease from his former manager who had sexually assaulted him. The state of Arizona executed Karl Legrand on this date in 1999, a German national involved in an armed robbery, that in spite of Germany's legal action to try to save him. The man who drew Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Elmer Fudd, and others died on this date in 2002. Chuck Jones worked on over 300 cartoons in a career that stretched over 60 years. He died of congestive heart failure at his California home at the age of 89, won an Academy Award for 3 of his animated shorts, and was given an honorary Oscar in 1996 for Lifetime Achievement. Among his beloved cartoons, Bugs Bunny in Hillbilly Hair.
Grab a fence post, hold it tight, whomp your partner with all your might. Hit him in the chin, hit him in the head, hit him again, the critter ain't dead. Whop him low and whop him high, stick your finger in his eye. Pretty little rhythm, pretty little sound, bang your heads against the ground.
Chuck Jones, the man behind so many great cartoons, passing away 20 years ago today. Can you think that 20 years later we still enjoy his work, 20 years after he passed? And a lot of those cartoons are, well, almost as old as some of the shows we air here. President George W. Bush announced his support for a constitutional amendment banning gay marriage. The move in an attempt to halt same-sex marriage unions like those that were allowed in San Francisco in 2004. The president saying activist judges are trying to right gay marriage laws with their rulings.
Today I call upon the Congress to promptly pass and to send to the states for ratification an amendment to our Constitution defining and protecting marriage as the union of a man and woman as husband and wife.
And you know, I've thought for years that the government needs to totally stay out of marriage. Marriage should not be an institution that is baked into our current laws. It just shouldn't be. But that's me. Japan launched its 4th spy satellite on this date in 2007, stepping up its ability to monitor potential threats such as North Korea. Fidel Castro retired on this date in 2008 as the president of Cuba after nearly 50 years.
Presidente del Consejo de Estado y del Consejo de Ministros, Raúl Castro Ruz.
Castro remained head of the Communist Party for another 3 years and would pass away in 2016. Passing away on this date in history, inventor Robert Fulton, singer Johnny Ray, newscaster, game show host John Charles Daly, comedian George Gobel, and there you go. Country singer Webb Pierce, Dinah Shore. Why am I doing that? Dinah Shore. Also passing away on this date, Henny Youngman.
A lot of people ask me, how do you become a comedian? Well, it's simple, folks. You got a lot of jokes together, you tell them to your friends, you keep the good ones. Now, before you know it, you are a riot. Everybody wants you in the home for parties, weddings, everything. You get free meals, everybody makes a fuss over you. Now, if somebody tells you ought to go on the stage like an idiot, you believe this. Now, to go on the stage, you must learn how to speak clearly. You go to diction school. They fill your mouth with marbles, and you are supposed to talk clearly right through the marbles. Now, every day you lose a marble. When you've lost all your marbles...
Another person whose jokes live on to this day, Henny Youngman, passing away back on this date in 1998. Also passing away on this date in history, Don Knotts, Dennis Weaver, and Egon in Ghostbusters, Harold Ramis. This is the birth date of Admiral Chester Nimitz, Ma Kettle, Marjorie Main, Fish, Abe Vigoda. Also from the High Chaparral, Linda Crystal, who passed away in 2020 at the age of 86. The man behind the music of The Windmills of Your Mind and Summer of 42, Michel Legrand, actor James Ferrantino, Peter Duell, and computer pioneer Steve Jobs. Happy birthday number 81 for the young lady who sung about Johnny Get Angry, Johnny Get Mad. Joni Summers, 81 years old today. From the Rocky Horror Picture Show, Barry Bostwick, 77. Rupert Holmes, the man behind some great music in the 80s, and also a television program called Remember When, WENN, about a fictional 1940s radio station. Rupert Holmes, 75 today. Also 75, actor Edward James Olmos. Singer-guitarist George Thorogood, still bad to the bone at 72. Kitty from that 70s show, Deborah Jo Rupp, is 71 today. Journalist Paula Zahn, 66. From the Titanic, Billy Zane is 56. And the King of Strong Style, and ignored by WWE, and I don't know why they still have him on the roster, except just to keep him away from working other places. Shinsuke Nakamura is 42 years of age. Those some of the people celebrating the 24th day of February is their birthday, and if this is your birthday...
Hi, we're the Four Freshmen, and we just want to say, Happy birthday to you!
From 73 years ago, February 24th, 1949, Counterspy on this Thursday, Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station.
No offense, but are you a little fat when you look in the mirror? How would you like to learn the secrets to lose 3 to 5 pounds a week easily without joining the gym or going through any crazy diets? It's called Body Sculpt by Med Diet. For the last 2 decades, we've been helping people just like you that have pounds they want to shed. We've helped millions of people lose thousands and thousands of pounds over the years. And now it's your turn. Learn the secrets of how to lose weight with one simple phone call. You'll see an amazing difference in a matter of days. Don't believe us? We'll offer you a money-back guarantee. If you're ready to start losing weight right now, call right now to learn more about your risk-free order to Body Sculpt.
Call for your risk-free offer. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. That's 800-738-5332.
Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station. Don McLaughlin, Mandel-Kramer, Counterspy, 73 years ago, February 24th, 1949.
Pepsi-Cola, P-E-P-S-I. That's your smartest cola buy. Pepsi-Cola presents Counterspy.
Washington calling David Harding, Counterspy. Washington calling David Harding, Counterspy.
Harding, Counterspy. Calling Washington.
United States Counterspies, especially appointed to investigate and combat the enemies of our country, both at home and abroad.
Tonight, the case of the Poison Peddler. A Counterspy report to the American people, brought to you each Tuesday and Thursday by Pepsi-Cola.
Pepsi-Cola, hit the spot, 2 full glasses, that's a lot.
That's right, you heard what they said. 2 full glasses of sparkling Pepsi from one big 12-ounce bottle. You're getting an extra glassful. And what a delicious glassful. The most refreshing, delightful cola that ever tickled your taste. You can't top Pepsi's tangy flavor. And that big, big bottle saves you money, goes twice as far. Pepsi's America's big, big favorite. And America's biggest cola value. So why take less when Pepsi's best? Whenever you reach for refreshment, remember...
Why take less when Pepsi's best?
And now, to Counterspy. Now, let's be absurd for just 1 minute. You know, and I know, it would be impossible, actually, to take a microphone right into the New York underworld and interview who's who. But if we could, there's one character we certainly wouldn't want to miss. Bugs Gonier. Bugs, come here a minute.
Sure. That's my nickname, Bugs. I don't think I ain't known. Chicago, St. Louis, Elmira. That's a good pen, Elmira.
Been in stir much, Bugs?
So.
A strange laugh you have.
Lay off the criticism. When When I was with the Hogan gang, I was took for a ride. My throat cut. Left for dead. Done something to my larynx and give me a funny laugh. I'm sensitive about it.
How'd you get so powerful, Bugs?
Mostly brains. A little double cross here, a little double cross there, maybe having a guy being took for a ride. I got the biggest racket now in the country. Hey, Lily Bell.
Yeah?
Come here. She's ex-Folly.
I was as good as the Follies ever had. I was the toast of Broadway.
You're about 38?
26.
Is she caught? I taught her everything she knows. Now, this guy, Diamond, he works for me, too. Hey, Diamond, who's the big shot?
You are, Bugs.
Tell him what I learned you.
We've organized the Young Defenders Club. The idea is race hatred. Kids join the Young Defenders, and we sell them uniforms and thousands of badges for $5 each. We make $4 a badge. I make speeches at the meetings, get them excited against other races, so they'll smash store windows, throw rocks, and so forth.
I'll tell him how I use you, Lily.
Well, I go to stores run by the races we work are paid against and sell them protection from the kids.
Nobody but Bugs Gonia could have thunk up a double racket like that. There's big money in selling hate.
You'll have to pardon me now, you three. I got to return to the broadcasting studio. But I, too, hate. Hate you three and the things you stand for. Now, after that make-believe, we're back in the radio studio, ready to start our Counterspy case for tonight. It starts 3 weeks ago in the overly furnished, expensive apartment of Bugs Gonier in New York. Bugs was talking to his henchman, Diamond. Lily Bell was discordantly playing the piano.
Lily Bell plays the piano like I play marbles. Good joke, huh?
Bugs, tonight I'm going to begin speaking to the Young Defenders on Long Island. We should get 500 new members. That's $5,000.
Hey, Lil, lay off the piano.
Oh, I got music in me. In the Follies, when I heard music.
Come here.
Next week, the kids out on Long Island will be all worked up, smashing windows.
Lily Bell, you work Long Island next week, too. If Diamond can bring in $5,000 for dues, you should get $5,000 by selling protection to the stores. Now, the phone is for me. I'll get it.
Diamond.
Keep still.
We gotta tell Bugs sooner or later.
Not now.
But if Bugs finds out...
Curtains for both of us. Give me a week on Long Island, and I'll bring him back a bag of dough. He'll feel good. Then maybe we'll tell him the big secret. Next corner, Billy. Which side? What? The left. What's the matter, Billy? You scared?
Hey, no. I just want to make sure nobody's around.
Get the paint. Come on, Billy. We ain't got all night.
Maybe we shouldn't paint a store, Spud.
You are scared.
Suppose the cops...
Look, Billy. We joined the Young Defenders to show guys like Old Man Green we don't want them in this part of town, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, then come on. We'll smear his whole store window with paint, and then we'll pour the rest of it in the doorway. Show this old uncle he can't mess around with the Young Defenders.
And let's start painting quick.
Yeah. Now, give me the small brush. I'm gonna make a picture of him.
Here. Boy, stop painting my store. It's Old Man Green. I've got you.
Yeah, let go.
Please,
don't.
Big heroes, you come in the night to spoil an old man's store.
Shove him, Billy. He hit his head. Come on, Billy. Help me, Bud. He's holding on to me. Come on, Billy. We gotta get out of here.
Listen, boy.
Wait, let go of my jacket, Mr. Green. Come on, Billy. The cops are coming. Let go of my jacket. Let go. Let go.
Stop! In the name of the law.
just me, Pop.
Oh, Billy. Well, it's about time you got home.
I didn't know it was so late, Pop.
I was just going to turn out the lights, and then you... What's happened to your jacket?
My jacket? Oh, I caught the pocket on the handle of a guy's car. I ripped it. Don't worry, Pop. I'll sew it.
Even your mother, when she was alive, couldn't have sewed up a rip in your coat that bad. Visitors? This late?
Don't answer it, Pop.
Don't answer it.
No, Pop, please.
Well, they'll knock down the door if I don't.
Don't open that door. Don't.
Yes, who? Policeman. Sorry, Mr. Roy. I've got to come in. What's the idea of walking in here with a gun? That's your boy. Yes? Come here, boy. Come here. Well, now look, what's happened? What's he done? Torn jacket. Now fit this piece of cloth will fit that torn jacket. Look, my boy is a good boy. Now, why do you do this?
Pop, please.
What's he done? Killed a man. Killed a man? My boy killed a man?
February 24th, 1949, the fictional crime-fighting organization Counterspy on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. News comes up next.
Are you in bad pain? You know what I mean. Your knees hurt. Your shoulder hurts. Your elbow and back are constantly killing you. And I'm sure you've tried every pain pill or cream available at the drugstore. Am I right? Well, here's something you haven't tried. Pain Magic. Pain Magic is not available at any drugstore. The only place you can get it is by calling the special toll-free number I'm about to give you. And to make things even better, call right now and find out about our buy one, get one free offer. We're so confident it'll work for you that we offer a free bottle with your purchase. No prescription required. Call now to learn how you can get Pain Magic and get rid of your pain. Remember, your results may vary. 800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. That's 800-492-8164.
Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station. Counterspy, as it was originally broadcast Thursday, February 24th, 1949, in the newspapers of that Thursday. 73 years ago, these were some of the headlines. 11 senators representing both major parties threw their weight yesterday behind a proposal to change the way the U.S. elects its presidents. The Electoral College would be abolished, but each state would retain the same number of electoral votes it has now, one for each senator and representative. Each state, however, would split its electoral votes fractionally among the various candidates in direct proportion to the popular vote. It would take a constitutional amendment to make this happen. The U.S. formally protested yesterday against Communist Bulgaria's arrest of 15 Protestant churchmen as blatant terrorism and declared the spy charges against them were unfounded and ludicrous, Bulgaria rejecting the post. Marshal Leonid Edguberov asserted yesterday Soviet army possesses new arms much superior to the best foreign models. They gave no details. Israel and Egypt agreed yesterday to an armistice, terms of which they will sign today. Promptly, other Arab states began lining up in the move to restore peace to the Holy Land. United Press's Merriman Smith reporting President Truman calmly made plans for a Florida vacation yesterday, while the capital and some parts of the nation buzzed over his public use of that old American idiom, SOB. When a knitting machine in London went berserk and produced a length of rayon jersey with a crazed patter of stripes and checks, the fashion designer used the material for a dress that was an instant hit. Now they're trying to throw the machine out of joint to make even more of the stuff. Those some of the day's top news stories as reported in the newspapers of Thursday, February 24th, 1949, on your radio Counterspy, which continues now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
Counterspy Headquarters, Washington, D.C. Complying with your request to local police officials that information pertaining to young defenders of America be forwarded to you, 2 members of that organization have just been arrested in New York for manslaughter.
This is Harding speaking. This Young Defenders organization, which is spreading racial hatred, is top priority. Mr. Peters and I will arrive in New York in 3 hours.
Mr. Harding, this is Billy Clinton.
Billy? Sit down.
Yes, sir.
This is Billy's father, Mr. Clinton.
I'm terribly sorry about all this, Mr. Clinton.
My boy killed a man. I'll be outside if you want me, Mr. Harding.
Well, Billy, you're in quite a mess.
I know it, sir.
How'd you get mixed up with these Young Defenders?
Well, all the guys were joining it. Just seemed like the thing to do, to defend something.
I see. You read the newspaper which is published for the Young Defenders?
Yes, sir.
Agree with it?
Well, I didn't think too much about it, sir. I just read it.
Did you ever hear a man named Vincent Diamond speak?
Yes, sir. He's the national leader.
I know.
He speaks to all our branches and members.
Tell me, Billy, didn't it ever occur to you to question this bigotry, this hate of minorities and races that he was preaching?
I don't know, Mr. Hardy. You get so excited, you just join in.
I see. Pardon me. Yes?
Chief, the first report that Mr. Green died is not correct. He responded to treatment on the way to the hospital. Green has been in the operating room 4 hours. A delicate brain operation. There's a chance he might live.
Oh, I hope so. This gives me an idea, Peter. Keep that information secret.
Yes.
I want to talk to Mr. Clinton. Billy, I want you to leave us for a few minutes.
Yes, sir. Can I kiss my father first?
Certainly.
I'm sorry, Pop.
Go out now, Billy, like Mr. Harding said.
Mr. Clinton, these boys committed this crime themselves, but the poison propaganda peddled by Diamond stirred them up. However, that isn't going to convict him.
But why should the counterspies be called in on a thing like this, Mr. Harding?
Mr. Clinton, we keep an open file on all crackpot and subversive organizations. You see, these hate organizations break down into 2 types. The ones led by mentally upset neurotics or crackpots, and the ones that are just crooked rackets.
What class are the Young Defenders in?
Indications are it's a crooked racket. And I want you to help us break it.
But it's too late now to save my boy.
It's never too late to try anything, Mr. Clinton. Besides, there are other dads and other boys.
All right, Mr. Harding. I'll do anything.
February 24th, 1949, Counterspy on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
Are you suffering with arthritis or osteoporosis? Do you have diabetes? Did you know that these are just 2 of the hundreds of diseases that have seen improvement with Dr. Wallach's incredible longevity products? You can't get them at a health food store. The only way to get them is to call us at 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Do you have heart disease, fibromyalgia, or high blood pressure? Do you have a terrible time losing weight? Dr. Wallach can help. He was a veterinarian and cured diseases in animals. He felt that he could do the same for humans, so he became a physician. Over 50 years of research and helping people like you goes into every bottle of Dr. Wallach's amazing discoveries. Do you want to feel better? Learn how to treat the cause of your problem rather than covering up the symptoms with drugs. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065.
We'll stay in the espionage vein on Friday's Classic Radio Theater. Brian Donlevy in an episode of Dangerous Assignment from 69 years ago, February 25th, 1953. Steve Mitchell turns jewel thief in Nice to track down a Mediterranean Black Market Gang. That'll be on Friday's Classic Radio Theater. But now the conclusion of David Harding Counterspy from February 24th, 1949, 73 years ago today.
Is this the office of the Young Defenders?
Ever hear of knocking before you come in?
You heard my question.
Listen, you windbag. When I was in the chorus, no man ever...
Is this the office of the Young Defenders?
Yes.
Where's this diamond man who goes around making the speeches?
None of your business.
It is my business. You know who I am?
Must I?
I'm Mr. Clinton, the father of Billy Clinton. They've arrested for killing that storekeeper.
Oh.
Now I want to see that man Diamond.
He isn't here.
Where does that door lead?
Just to another office.
I'll take a look.
I told you. Mr. Diamond isn't here.
Well, Diamond's been going around talking to the boys at these Young Defenders meetings. He's in this just as deep as my son.
But Mr. Diamond wasn't with you, son.
Well, he aroused Billy, so he did it. And I want to see him. I demand to see him.
Who demands to see who?
Who are you?
I'm acquaintance to Mr. Diamond. I'll keep your shirt on, Bob.
I don't like that laugh.
I didn't ask if you did. Now get out and go away.
I'm not going anywhere till I see that man Diamond.
This is Billy Clinton's father. Billy was the boy who was painting in Mr. Green's store and killed the old man.
Yeah.
He's been banging all around the office.
And I demand to see Diamond, or there's going to be plenty of trouble. Now, we've all got to protect each other.
Huh?
The same kind of undesirables Diamond is preaching about. They're going to persecute my boy in court.
Wait a minute. I'm getting this wrong. What do you want?
I want some money to hire defense in court for my boy.
Oh.
I'm a poor man. I haven't got any money for his defense. No, he's a member of the Young Defenders. The organization should defend him.
Hey, you're right. Yeah. Yes, sure. The Young Defenders will defend your boy.
But we can't defend him if he...
Quiet, Lily. We'll hire the best lawyers money can buy, Mr. Clinton. The Young Defenders will not allow your boy to be crucified.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sure. You come back to the office in a week, you'll see.
Oh, well, that's wonderful now. Wonderful. We'll all hang together.
Yeah, well, let's not use that word. We'll stick together. Right out that way, Mr. Clinton.
Yeah. We've got to defend my boy.
We'll be seeing you. Goodbye.
Bugs, I ain't very bright, but
Don't you get it, stupid? A defense fund. We'll raise money from every sucker on Diamond's list. We'll scream the kid's being persecuted because he's a young defender. We must rally to his defense.
Oh.
Who'd ever think of that but me, Bugs Gonia? You think if Diamond was in town, he'd think of it? We'll raise the dough by letter.
Diamond will be awful sore taking over his end of the racket.
Yeah. It's a good time to show Diamond who's got the brains. We'll collect $100,000 by next week.
The Young Defenders Organization has sent out about 200,000 letters, Mr. Harding.
Asking for money to defend Billy Clinton.
Yes. Oh, and Mr. Green is better.
Good. But don't let that news get out.
Right.
Peters, who does this Diamond live with?
He has a room by himself. But some way he's hooked up with a gangster called Bugs Gonia.
Anything on, Bugs?
A long past record, but no reason to pick him up now. There's also an ex-Follies girl mixed up somehow.
We'll do some more checking on them. And just as soon as the money starts coming in for that defense fund, we'll have some legal reason for moving in on Diamond.
That big fool. Bugs didn't have any right to mix in on my end of the racket while I was gone, Lily.
Take it easy, Diamond.
Fool.
He's right in the next room. He'll hear you.
I have a good mind to tell him about us anyhow.
Oh, cut it out, Diamond.
Come on, I'm going in to see him.
Promise me you won't tell him the secret. You're too upset right now.
Okay, come on.
How I hate that man.
Hey, you're back, Diamond. Why, it's a solid. You lemon? Huh?
Cut that phony laugh.
I don't like that, Diamond.
Well, I don't like you messing with my end of the racket.
Listen to him, Lily. Sore, 'cause in 1 week I rig it up to make more than he's made in 3 months.
Everything I've done has been inside the law. They couldn't touch it.
So what?
The law could get us now.
So what?
For fraudulent use of the mail. We can get a couple of years in the pen through your stupidity.
Yourself, Diamond.
Please, Diamond didn't mean it.
Oh, yes, I did.
Stop it. Stop it, both of you.
Well, forget it. Go on back to your room, Diamond. You go get dressed. Lily, you and me are stepping out tonight.
Wait a minute, Bugs.
Diamond, you promised.
He promised what? What did he promise?
How much will you sell me the Young Defenders for, Bugs?
I'm selling nothing.
Stop laughing that way.
Don't. Give me your...
Why, you...
Get that bookend, Lily. The bookend. You tried to hit me, Lily.
Oh, no, Bugs.
You tried to hit me on the head. You missed and hit Diamond.
No, I didn't, honest. You two were moving so fast.
If I thought you did.
Why would I want to hit you?
Look at me.
Don't, Bugs.
Look at me right in the eye. Huh? Okay.
Oh, Diamond. He's dead.
Sure he is. You really hit him.
Oh, what are we going to do? It's murder.
If you hadn't have done it, I would.
Oh.
Now we just got to get him out of here.
How?
All right. Dark. Car's in front. We'll pretend he's had too much to drink. We'll walk him out between us.
Oh, I'm scared, Bugs. Awful scared.
Hey, I got me another big idea.
Another like this, I suppose.
We leave him alone in the woods. In a couple of weeks, he's found. And who killed him? The undesirables that the Young Defenders have been working against. It'll get us a lot of new members. Come on, we got to get rid of them.
Peters, you out there?
Yes, Mr. Harding. We're checking the money that's coming in on that defense fund.
How much?
About $3,000 a day.
Then we're going into action. Come into my office.
Yes, sir. I've reviewed the court order, Mr. Harding, giving us permission to check on the money being sent into the Young Defenders by mail.
What a vicious racket, Peter.
I haven't been able to dig up anything more on that Bugs Gonia that Diamond is some way connected with.
Peters, before we take Diamond, let's go up and pay Bugs a little social call. I've checked, and the girl is there with him now.
Cut it out, Lily. I'm sick of it. I said cut it out.
And I'm sick of sitting around here doing nothing. Going crazy.
Maybe you missed Diamond.
Maybe I do.
Maybe you're sore. I won't let you go no place.
Suffocating to death. You sitting there, looking at me.
And maybe hating you.
You do hate me, don't you?
I hate everybody.
And you hate yourself. It's all over your face. And stop that freak laugh.
Shut up. One word to the cops and you'd get the chair.
I'm sick and fed up with it all. This last racket is the roughness yet. Who?
Answer the door.
This Bugs Gonia's apartment.
Who wants to know?
What's the idea coming here this time of night?
I think we'll walk in.
You got your nerve.
I'm Harding of the United States Counterspies. This is Mr. Peters, my assistant. You Bugs Gonia?
Sure. Have a seat. Two of you have 2 seats.
Where's Diamond?
I don't know. Maybe he's gone on a honeymoon.
Bugs.
Huh?
Nothing.
Does Diamond work for you?
We're just passing acquaintances.
What do you know about this hate racket, Bugs? stirring up racial hatred among ignorant people.
Diamond does that? You're Lily Bell, aren't you?
Yeah.
That was the name in the Follies. You know Diamond pretty well?
No, not very well. I know him by sight.
Come from Wisconsin, don't you?
Yeah.
Falls Junction, Wisconsin?
Yeah.
You recently got a copy of your birth certificate, didn't you? Where is it now?
I don't know.
Did you want to show it to someone at the little town of Wellington over in Jersey?
Stop it. Stop it.
Well, I've stopped. Shall I go on?
What's the idea of all this?
Your birth certificate wouldn't still be at the Marriage Bureau in New Jersey, would it, Lily?
I don't know.
Where is your husband, Lily?
Oh, what's the use? I'll tell everything.
Lily.
I did marry Diamond. He's dead. He was killed in a fight right here in this apartment.
Stop him, Peter. Easy,
I tried to hit Bugs over the head, and I hit Diamond by mistake.
I had nothing to do with it.
You know all about this hate racket, Lily.
Yes. Yes, every bit of it. I was in on it, too. I'll tell you everything. Everything.
All right, Peter. Get the cuffs on Bugs Gonier. Murder and accomplice to murder. And a whole list of federal offenses. Inciting race prejudice and hatred. The crime of intolerance is the worst of all. We'll do everything in our power to help wipe it out.
Now, here again is David Harding.
It so happens that tonight's case is very timely. This is Brotherhood Week, so let's all spread the word. Don't listen to or spread gossip about any group of people. Instead, stand up and talk against that kind of talk when you hear it. Not only this week, but all year round. That's being a real American.
Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday, same time, same station, to Counterspy. Listen next Tuesday for the exciting Counterspy case of the School for Spies.
The beauty parlor cover-up for a sinister operation. The bad penny, Black Egypt, who turned up at the wrong time. And the murdered passenger standing at the rail of the Staten Island ferry. The case of the School for Spies shows how an innocent word can be fitted like a piece of a jigsaw puzzle into a larger picture which means trouble to our nation. The exciting way your counterspies get on the trail of a menacing spy syndicate who prey on Uncle Sam's boys in blue will be exposed next Tuesday. Be sure to listen to the
Case of the School for Spies on Counterspy. Tonight's Counterspy program originated in New York, was directed by William M. Sweets, and featured don-maclaughlin and mandel-kramer, with music by Jesse Crawford. Counterspy is a Phillips H. Lord production for Pepsi-Cola. Enjoy some Pepsi, ice cold tonight.
February 24th, 1949, Counterspy on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit my webpage, would you please? ClassicRadio.stream. There you can stream our shows on demand, learn more about classic radio collecting, and contact me there. ClassicRadio.stream. Our shows are also available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, TuneIn, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Amazon. Just search for Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Thanks for tuning in. Thank this station, support their advertisers, and tell all your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite radio station.